Hey folks, Steve Channon here, how you doing? Welcome to a little corner of my man cave. Well, first things first, this is my bike, one of my bikes, and this is a Panigale V2, as you can all probably see, which I've had for about 3 or 4 months, and I bought from the good folks at Rockwell Cycles up in Fort Montgomery. More about them later. It's a great bike. I mean, sure, it's totally impractical, very uncomfortable, noisy, hot. You wouldn't want to cover any distance. Well, you can't really, because the fuel light comes on at about 80 or 90 miles. But that's beside the point. It looks amazing. It's really fast, handles beautiful, brakes brilliantly, and surely that is the point on a bike like this. Anyway, I've always thought that those clear clutch covers that Ducabike do look really cool, and I thought that it would be great to get this standard OEM clutch cover replaced with one of those Ducabike items. And I picked out one configuration with a black rim and a red insert, a clutch cover itself, and a black center nut in the middle, and that has now arrived at Rockwell Cycles and is ready for the installation process. So I'm going to head up there right now. Hopefully you guys will come with me for the ride, and we'll watch the process. We'll talk to the lead Ducati tech about what's involved in it, and you'll see the end results, and hopefully they'll be really, really good. Okay, see you there. All right, Bob, how you doing? Good. Yeah, so Bob, just briefly, just an overview of what's in the box and the components and what they do.
Okay, yeah, here's the clutch cover. Here's the outer piece. Okay. And then this clear piece, of course, this is going to peel off.
Right.
So that's going to be mounted here.
Okay.
And the screws right there.
Okay.
And this pressure plate.
Okay.
Here's a new one, and
that's what compresses and releases the clutch plates, right?
Yep. This is gonna release, and then the plates are gonna sandwich together with this clutch springs. They're gonna be held down with this pressure ring.
Okay.
Right there.
Cool.
And it's very important to place your O-rings in with a little grease, so they don't get pinched or get out of place.
Got it. That's the most integral part of this process.
Yeah, that's probably the trickiest part.
Okay. Okay. Awesome. Okay, thanks, Bob. Let's get to it. happened there. I seem to be back home, not quite sure how. Anyway, okay, let's get back to it. The components that we used for this are the pressure plate, which is retailing for about $194.95, the pressure springs for $45.95, and the clear clutch cover itself for $244.95. Of course, you've got to take into account tax and labour on top of that. Is it worth it? I'd say yes, certainly. One of the things I like most about bikes is that you can actually see the individual moving components that make up the machine. You can see a lot of the engine, you can see the brakes, you can see the fluids, and now you can see into the clutch. And you can see the ball bearings around the clutch plate, you can see the springs compress as that pressure plate goes in and out, and I think that's really, really cool. What's next for this bike? Well, I'm thinking exhaust. Not that it needs to be louder or more powerful necessarily, but that doesn't mean I don't want it to be louder and more powerful. So we'll see what happens. If you want to find out, then subscribe to this channel and you'll be informed when we put our next videos up there. So finally, I just wanted to say thanks to the good folks at Rockwell Cycles in Fort Montgomery, New York. It's a great place, and I appreciate them doing the great work on the bike and also letting me access them while they were doing that. That's really cool. It's worth going there if you've never been there. It's a brilliant dealership, it's a nice cafe downstairs, but also there are some really cool riding roads all around the area. Okay, well thanks for watching and I hope to see you soon. Bye bye.